Why does your mind feel loud when everything around you is quiet? Have you ever found yourself sitting in a quiet room, but your mind feels like it's on a never-ending loop of thoughts? Yeah, it's like your brain is blasting music full volume while everything else is silent. So you're sitting on the couch, right? It's all calm, maybe the lights are dimmed, creating that perfect chill vibe. But then, suddenly, your brain starts running a marathon. Thoughts pop up out of nowhere. Did I leave the stove on? What am I doing with my life? Oh, I forgot to text someone back. It's like you're stuck in a mental traffic jam with no exit. Hold up. You might be thinking, maybe I'm just a forgetful person, but the problem is, it's not just about forgetfulness or distraction. You might be thinking, I just need to focus better, right? Maybe I'm just lazy. Let me clarify that for you. The problem isn't laziness, and it's definitely not a lack of discipline, so forget about blaming yourself. The real issue, your brain wasn't built to handle this much information. And if this feels familiar, you might be wondering why your brain reacts this way even when you haven't done anything that intense. The truth is, what you're experiencing is more than simple distraction. Your brain is dealing with an overload of information, so much so that sometimes it doesn't even know where to start. To understand this better, you might want to explore more about how our brains react to this overload and what you can do to ease the pressure. Sure, we'll look at this from a different angle, but if you want to know why your brain can feel this exhausted even though you're not doing much physically, you should check out a previous video we made. You'll understand why everything you do today continuously affects your mind, even if you don't see immediate changes. So you might be wondering why your brain can't seem to rest even when everything around you is quiet. The answer might be more complicated than you think, and if you begin to notice that your mind can't truly be still even in a quiet space, don't worry, that's a sign of something bigger at play that we'll dive into more in the next video. Trust me, silence isn't always as peaceful as you think. So what happens when you actually give your brain space to recover, but then feel uncomfortable with the silence? This might make you rethink everything and will help you figure out how to adjust what's happening in your head. Stay tuned to see why this happens and what you can do to restore balance in your mind. Solutions you can try. Here's how you can start taking care of your mind today. 1. Create quiet space. Try spending 10 to 15 minutes a day without using any electronic devices. No phones, no notifications, no noise. This will help reset your brain and reduce the clutter in your mind. 2. Turn off notifications. Don't let every ring or vibration pull you out of the present moment. Turn off notifications for non-urgent things. Only keep the ones that really matter. 3. Practice true rest. Instead of pushing through when you're mentally exhausted, stop and give yourself a moment to do nothing. This can help reset your mind, and trust me, it makes a big difference. But here's the key, don't be too hard on yourself if you're feeling drained. Your brain needs real rest, and I mean real rest, not just putting work down for a few minutes, but giving your mind the space it truly needs to recover. A deeper issue, why silence feels uncomfortable. Now, when you start giving your brain space to recover, something interesting happens. You may begin to notice that silence, true silence, makes you feel uncomfortable. Why is that? Well, that's a topic we'll dig deeper into next time. But think about this. In a world that's constantly buzzing, full of noise, screens, and distractions, what happens when you actually stop and listen to the quiet voice inside your head? It might not be as peaceful as you expect. And I promise you, the answer isn't as simple as just turning off the noise. There's much more to it. So stay tuned, because next time we'll explore why silence can feel so uncomfortable and what you can do to fix that. If you've been struggling with these constant chaotic thoughts, we've already mentioned that your brain wasn't designed to handle this overload. Check out the video, Your Brain Wasn't Built for This Much Input, to dive deeper into the science behind why your brain feels overwhelmed and what you can do to lessen the burden. But now, let's step back and understand why even the quietest moments can feel like the noisiest ones for your mind. We'll explore that next time. And trust me, it's not as simple as you think, so don't go anywhere.
Let's uncover the uncomfortable truth about silence in the next episode.